Good evening, students. In this video, we will be discussing the different hat styles. Hats, as all of us will appreciate, is one category of the fashion accessories which is functional in nature. But in some cultures or in some traditions, it is also worn as a complementary measure to enhance the overall look of the garment. So basically, hat is a head covering which is worn for various reasons. It can be worn for protection against external elements. These external elements can be like extreme of weather, like in cold weather or in hot season. The head can be covered by different kind of hats. They can be worn for ceremonial reasons, like in some cultures or in some traditions they are worn for ceremonial purposes, like during wedding and all. They can be worn for religious regions, like if we talk about Sikh community, the turbans that they wear is also used as a head covering. So they have a religious belief to wear that kind of turbans. It can be worn for safety. So if we talk about safety, any kind of headgear, any kind of protective kind of covering which covers the head comes under this category, or it can be merely worn as a fashion accessory. So when we talk about hats, how the designing of the hats take place. So designing of the hats will depend on the end use or the application area where these hats will be used, whether they have to be used for protection or for decorative purpose. If the purpose is merely protection, so there the kind of material that is chosen, the kind of design elements, the color is chosen in such a way that the purpose is mainly functional. So the material, the designing details should not be an obstacle in that function that it has to perform. Likewise, if it has to be worn for decorative purpose, so the designer has endless options and complete flexibility in designing with a range of colors or a gamut of trims, notions can be used if it has to be made for decorative or aesthetic purpose. So hats can be used by different trims, using different trims and notions. That is, different kind of functional and decorative components can be used for making of the hats. And of course, as I told, that it will depend on what is the end use to which they are put. So designing process, of course, as with any kind of other apparel or accessory, the designing will begin with the initial concept, initial sketch of the designer, which needs to be conceptualized or which needs to be put on paper. And then the pros and cons have to be seen, whether the design is feasible, and in that case the designer has to coordinate with the merchandiser, with the manufacturing and the retail team. And when we talk about any kind of accessory, it is a prerequisite that the line should be in sync, or it should match with the kind of apparels that are being designed. So the designer, keeping all these things into consideration, may make a hand sketch, or with the advent of technology, CAD-CAM technology, CAD basically can be used for designing, for making sketches. So this sketch will include all the details that the designer want in the final prototype or the sample. So based on that design that the designer has created, a sketch that has been created by the designer, the first prototype sample will be created. So first prototype sample, when approved by the brand or by the customer, only then from this sample the bulk production has to take place, more or less in a similar way as in case of any other apparel or accessory. So but nowadays, with the advent of computer, with the advent of technology, this physical sampling can also be eliminated just by rapid prototyping. So what is rapid prototyping is that a designer may create a visual virtual simulation which gives a visual impact, that how the final design, how the final sample would look like. He would get it approved from the manufacturer, retailers, and then the physical sample may be prepared. So prototyping and rapid prototyping are done initially before the bulk production can be carried out. So when we talk about construction, once the design has been finalized, of course in sync, in coordination, when the designer, the manufacturer, retailers have come to the conclusion, they have a consensus that what style, what material, what trimmings are to be chosen for the hats. So according to that consensus, now after the approval of the prototype, whether it is rapid prototype or the physical first sample that has been created, now when the bulk production has to take place, or when the construction has to start, so the material procurement will begin at this stage. So during the material procurement, what all material is required, it will of course depend on the application or the end use, where that kind of hat will be used, whether for decorative or for functional purpose. So the material generally used for hats vary, different kind of textile materials can be used for the making of hats. Silk, satin, cotton, georgette, these kind of fabrics can be used. Brocades are being used for making of hats. Denim fabric is used. Canvas can be used. Other than that, a range of non-textile materials can also be used for the construction of hats. It would again depend on the application area, whether it is to be intended for durability, for providing protection, or merely as an aesthetic element. So based on that, the material has to be chosen. For example, brocades and such delicate fabrics are chosen, where this hat or the head covering is to be worn occasionally to complement or to complete the look of the garment. For example, in occasional wear, nowadays there is also a trend that with an evening gown, a similar kind of turban made from the same fabric can be worn by females as well. So there it may be worn just for that evening, for that occasion. So it does not require durability. So lightweight, fine fabrics can be used for designing such turbans, which are to be worn by females just for occasional purposes. But on the other hand, if they are going to be functional in nature, for example, when we talk about protective headwear, or when we talk about beanies, which are winter wear caps, which are worn to provide protection to the head against winters. So the kind of material that will be used should be such that it provides thermal insulation, or it provides warmth to the wearer. So of course this is a very crucial step, that what kind of material is to be chosen, what kind of trimming is to be chosen, and that will depend on the ultimate appearance, that would depend on the style and the functional or the aesthetic aspect associated with that. Other than this, bamboo, jute, straw, these kind of materials can also be used for the making of hats. And most of the times we find that the outer body, in order to provide support or reinforcement, you will find an inner component attached to it, which is generally lining material on the inside. So this kind of lining material can also be attached here. So we can have different kind of trims, notions also for making it look more appealing. For example, if you see, if in these kind of styles, so somewhere you can see some kind of buckles or tassels attached here, or a ribbon can be decoratively added here. Tassels or pom-poms can be provided. So these can be the decorative as well as the functional components that are added. And other than canvas, bamboo, straw, jute, different kind of fabrics like denim and all, felt, leather, these kind of materials can also be used for the making of hats. So inexpensive hats are primarily machine made, whereas the finer or the costlier ones require several hand operations. Having said that, what all materials go into the making of hats, now the manufacturing, how the assembling of the components will take place, how the head portion or this brim portion has to be joined with, how the internal lining etc has to be attached. So that method has to be chosen based on what is the price category, to which category of the consumers we are catering to. So based on the price or the economic considerations, the process by which the components will be attached or the complete hat will be prepared is decided. So the other term that is used for hats is also referred to as millinery. So millinery is basically the finer or the costlier high end kind of hats which are generally handcrafted. So these can either be handcrafted or they can also be made on machine. So before any production can take place, the designer sketches a style, as I already mentioned, either by hand or with the use of CAD system, and then it is translated into the first prototype sample, or as I gave the example that rapid prototype can also be created. Each design is made up with the body of the hat and the ornamentation with which it is enhanced. So this design, the first prototype that the designer is creating, it should have the complete information as far as the material usage is concerned, that is what all material goes into the making of that hat, and additionally what all components would be added for its aesthetic enhancement. For example, if this kind of hat the designer is proposing designing, so the edge neatening, how it is done, what kind of component is used at the edge portion, this kind of tassel is attached, so this should be included in his sketch, whether it is hand drawn or CAD made, or it all the necessary details should also be present in the first prototype that the designer is creating. So, as I already mentioned, there can be a range of raw materials which are used for hat construction: cotton, bamboo, fleece, terry cloth, wool, tweed and corduroy, lycra, polyester, silk, and the list is just endless. We can have different kind of knitted structures. Like the knitted fabric is generally used for winter wear accessories, for winter wear caps like beanies and all, where warmth or thermal insulation is the main concern. Tweed, corduroy, these are also heavyweight fabrics generally preferred for winters. Felt and all are used for these styles of hats, which are called derby or cowboy hats. Bamboo, jute, straw are used for beach wear kind of hats, where these are not very durable kind of hats, but still they are very much in fashion. And as I already told, silk or such like fabrics, some sheer fabrics are generally used for designing the hats or headwear which are worn for occasional purposes. So if we talk about the hat styles, there can be different hat styles. So basically the hats are classified into different styles based on the coverage that they provide to head. Some of these will be covering the head completely. Some of them will be covering just the forehead portion, and the back portion may be exposed. They may also be classified based on the height or the depth, and also based on the decorative components which are used in the construction of hats. So there are some commonly used hats, like fedora is one of them. So these hats are basically consisting of the crown and the brim portion. This portion is the crown portion, which is the main component which will be covering the top of the head, and this is referred to as the brim of the hat. So if you try to see the different styles of hats, these hats basically vary in the shape of the crown or in the height of the crown. In some cases it may be submerged in this way, in some cases it is completely round, in some cases the height is more. So accordingly they are divided into different styles of the hats. The material can also vary, and some of these are decoratively embellished using a ribbon, a bow tied along this portion, and some of them can be simply made of felt or such like materials with a broad brim or a rolled on kind of brim as is shown here. So fedora, cowboy, campaign, boater, Panama, Homburg, bowler, pork pie, stingy brim are some of the hat styles which are generally used. Then these are some of the female hat styles like the baseball cap. So this is fedora. So in most of these styles you can see the shape of the crown and the shape of the brim can vary. So the shape of crown and brim will determine that what portion of the head or the forehead will be covered. And in some cases you have decorative embellishment, like here a trimming is provided along the brim with a ribbon attached. Here in another case, in like in Panama, a buckle kind of grasping element is provided here. So this is an example of beanie which is generally preferred in winter winters for thermal insulation or for warmth, and it is a knitted structure. So cowboy is characterized by a very broad kind of brim which is sometimes upturned. And then we can have fascinator, this kind of hat style popular among females, where you have a net fabric or a sheer fabric which may cover half portion of the forehead. So barrette, this style, if you see, it is completely devoid of any brim, like here the brim is extending, which will be extended from the crown portion and will be covering the forehead of the wearer. But here the the hat style would be completely ending, would be just covering the head portion. And then according to this crown and the brim portion, their shape, their height, the kind of decorative embellishments that are used, we can divide the female hats also into different styles. So these are some of the famous styles which are preferred by females. So with this we end with the hats, different styles of hats. We discussed what is the construction like, what different materials are used in the hat. I would like to add one point here, that the construction of the hat would depend on the material that is chosen for the preparation or the construction of hat. For example, generally a technique called blocking is used when we use felt or some heavyweight material. So blocking is similar to lasting technique that we had discussed in footwear, where a wooden mold or a wooden last analogous to the shape of the head is prepared, on which this will be given shape or form. The felt or the hat material, the rigid material, will be forced onto that form so that it acquires that shape of the head. And later on, by application of heat, so it is retained in that shape, for example in this style. So that blocking may be required, where it attains this shape and permanently retains that shape, and these trims etc can be added later on. Whereas this blocking is not required for straw, bamboo, such kind of delicate material, because by steaming or by application of heat and pressure, it may cause the breakage of the straw in such cases. So the construction method is of course variable. It will depend on what kind of raw material is used for the construction of hat, whether straw, bamboo and such delicate materials are used which do not require this blocking, while in materials which are heavyweight like felt and all, so for them to attain that shape and to retain that shape, a process called blocking may be used. Similarly for beanies which are made from knitted fabrics, knitted structures are of course stretchable, and they have a property of one size fitting all. So they can be made by fully fashioned technique, they can be made on circular or flatbed knitting machines, so they also do not require the process of blocking. So in nutshell we can say that the construction method will depend on the material that is chosen for that particular hat. So this is all for as far as the discussion for the hats is concerned. Thank you.